Okay, today is the day you have all been waiting for. I have gotten this video request for a while now, and I've decided to film it, even though this is one of the videos that I've had the hardest time filming or getting myself to film. This video is going to be a gym routine video. You know, I know Mom did one over the summer, but all that was in my gym routine video was running on the treadmill for like 20 minutes, and that was not the most efficient workout I could have been doing. I've been taking weightlifting this year, and I have actually learned like a lot about just the body, about myself. Track season is starting, which means sprint training starts. I'm gonna run sprints. I told coach I could do hurdles. I would just run under them. He thought it was funny, but he said that's not legal, so can't do that. So we're just doing sprints. I'm too small to do any of the field events, so we're sticking with 100 and 200. I met with the sprint coach, and for 2 weeks he gave me a 3-day workout to like rotate through, so I'll be showing that. And then I also, for weightlifting, do 2 different workouts. So it is kind of the middle of the day right now. I think I'm gonna go get my hair trimmed actually. So I usually work out in the evenings, so it might be a little darker when I film that, but I will have to change into my workout clothes. And now we will start my workout routine. Okay, so it has actually been 2 days since I filmed that last clip. I went to get my hair cut. Trimmed actually was the key word in there, but it ended up being basically a cut. And I was really in a bad mood when I got home that day. She butchered my hair, and now it looks bad curled too, so now I get to wear it in a ponytail. So today we are going to film my first day of my workout routine. So the first thing you do before every warm-up is you foam roll. So I have this cheap foam roller. I bought a new one the other day because it didn't get deep enough, so I bought one that has like grooves on it. So I always start with my calves. For like me and like my family specifically, it's really important to make sure we stretch our calves and stuff, because we have really tight calves in our family. Like our ankles have really bad mobility, and like, so that affects our calves. And so I also, with a foam roller, use a massage stick. This is not the greatest massage stick out there. I had a personal trainer do this the other day in gym class. He was there. He basically rolled the crap out of my calves, and it hurt so bad. And I asked him, I was like, this cannot be healthy. And he was like, well, is it healthy to have a bunch of knots in your calves? I was like, touche. Next, I foam roll my quads, my IT band, and inner, I don't know what that's called, basically the crotch muscle. Okay, after I foam roll, I will stretch. I bought this pull-up aid band, and I lay down, I hold my foot like that, push it back, keep the knee straight, pull the band, lift my foot up, and come down. I do that 15 times on each leg. So I'm not going to like actually lift weights today. I already did that during gym class. But like I was saying, I have a 3-day sprint program. One of the days is like purely cardio. So that is what today is. And I can do it from home, which is really good. But it kicks my butt every single time. And I probably look ridiculous doing it. I don't care. It's okay. I go in supersets. So like I'll do one exercise with another exercise. And I'll do like 3 reps of each of those, and then I'll do another exercise with another, and then another one. So right now we're gonna do sprinters crunches, and I don't know what the name is, but they suck. Sprinters crunches are basically crunches, except for you look like you're kind of running when you do it. So I do 3 reps of 10. Okay, and then I do these really weird like wall running things that makes the whole house shake when I do it in my room. So basically, you lean up against the wall with 2 hands, and then you bring your knees up as high as they can go, because that's what you do in sprinting. You just really have to have good high legs. And then I go for 20 seconds, and I go back to the sprinters crunches, and I do that 3 times. We'll take a like minute and a half break, drink some water, then I move on to the next one. So I am a third of the way done. The next set is wall sits, and kind of the same thing of high knees, except for only with one arm, and you're leaning to the left, because in track you only lean to the left when you run and not to the right. By the way, if you guys like need a workout routine, I promise you this is actually really, really good. Like, it's easy, you could do it in your room. It kicks your butt every single time. Like, if you don't believe me, try it. Wall sits. Gotta get those quads going. After those two, I do the next superset, which is plank jump-ins. I don't know what they're called. And then also runner's arms, which I'm realizing now I can't do because I'm at home. But runner's arms, faster your arms go, the faster your legs go. You just take like 5-pound weights that you would put on a bar if you were bench pressing, hold them in your hands, in each hand, and then you just run with them. You sit on the ground and just move your arms really fast. 20 seconds, 3 reps of that. It sucks, but I don't have those weights, so I can't do those today. But plank jump-ins. Oh my gosh, my socks are slippery. On days that I have strength training, I won't do like any specific sprinting. I will just run a mile. Welcome to day 2 of my workout. I believe this is day 2. I'm going to the gym in just a sec. So again, I always start out by foam rolling, stretching, all that stuff. Look, my new foam roller came, it has ridges on it. And I do that before I go to the gym. When I'm on a treadmill and I'm running, I won't do as much dynamic warm-ups as I will if I'm on a track sprinting. And then for day 2, these are called in and outs. And basically I get on the treadmill and I start running, and you know, I do like a light jog around the track to warm up. I always go to the view where I can see the track, the 400 meters, even though I'm on a treadmill. I will do either sprinting halfway around the track and then jog the other half, or I will jog one half and walk the other half. I will do that 5 times, so 5 total times around. It kicks your butt. Again, guys, it's like a super easy thing you guys can all do at home or on a treadmill or at a track if you're wanting to increase your cardio. My personal weightlifting program that I wrote for myself, I used help with my weightlifting coach, but the way I train is an anterior, posterior workout, which anterior, there's certain types of movements your body does that are anterior and certain types of movements your body does that are posterior. Today is my anterior day, so I will be showing you that. I start off with a superset of bench pressing and also with goblet squats. The thing about the gym that I go to is that they have safety bars, so if someone's not spotting you when you're bench pressing and you drop it, it's not going to come and hit you in the chest. It's stopped because of the safety bars. But my arms are so short, it hits the safety bar before it actually hits my chest. So instead of using the bar, I do a dumbbell bench press. I do maybe 25 or 30 in each hand, and I do 3 sets of 10, and in between each set I do a set of goblet squats. I wear a band around my knees for most exercises I do, because my knees will cave in when I squat or do any kind of movement like that. So I usually goblet squat in increments of 5. I increase 5 each week. So this week I think I'm on 55, and I do 10 reps, and then I go back to dumbbell bench pressing, and then I do go back to goblet squats, and I do 3 sets of each. Afterwards, I take a break for a couple minutes, and then I go into the next superset, which the next superset is split squats and half bench press. For the split squats, again, I use a band to keep my knee from coming in, and I attach it to any metal thing that I find that is low enough for my knee. And then I put it on the outside knee so that it's pulling my knee in, and I goblet squat the same way, except for your legs are split, obviously, hence the name split squats. And again, I do about 10 reps of that. And then for the inclined bench press, I will incline the bench up. I do about 25s again in each hand, and you elevate it above your head, straighten your arms, and come back down to just below 90. Okay, today is my final workout day of my 3-day program. I start off, today is my like sprint day. It's not safe or good for you to sprint every single day, so I do it again like every 3 days. So I start off by going to the high school track because it's hard to sprint on a treadmill, honestly. I've tried it before, would not recommend it. So I would just recommend going to a track. Again, since it's cold outside though, it's hard to go outside. I go to the underground track at the high school. Okay, so rip me. The underground track is closed because it's not a school day. I don't know what to do. I probably will just run a mile on a treadmill at the gym. I start off by doing dynamic warm-ups and stretches in 10-meter distances. So I do Frankenstein walks, I do A skips, which is kind of like this weird form of skipping running, and then C skips, which is like A skips but bringing your leg out first, quad stretches, glute stretches, A skips but sideways with my feet not crossing, and then I do a jog around the track to get my muscles warmed up, and then I start sprinting. I start off by sprinting 80 meters at 80% capacity, and I do that one time, and then I take like a 1.5 minute break while I walk back, and then I will sprint 50 meters 2 times, and I do that at 90%, and I take a 2-minute break in between each sprint. And then I sprint 40 meters at 100%, and I do that 3 times, taking a 3-minute break in between each set. After I sprint, I go to the gym, and I do, this is posterior day, I think. So I start off with overhead pressing with a kettlebell, and I also do TRX rows. So overhead pressing, I take a 20-pound kettlebell, and I balance it on my forearm, and you sit in a half kneeling position, and with the arm opposite of the leg that's up, you hold the kettlebell and you put it up over your head and you come back down, and you do that 10 times. And then TRX rows, you normally want the handlebars to be at your waist. As you get stronger, you can put them lower, and you sink down leaning back on your heels. It's like a push-up, except for not. It's like a reverse push-up, and I do 10 reps of those, bringing your thumbs up to your armpit. And then I go back to the overhead press, and I do 3 sets of 10 for each of those. After that superset, I do a superset of deadlifts and chop and pulls. I don't know if chop and pull is a posterior movement, but I do it anyway. The hex bars are usually 45 pounds. This is the standard weight, and I put 35 on each side. And again, I use a band for my knees so they don't cave in. And I do 3 reps of 5 for those. I'm trying to get heavier and do less reps than to do lighter and do more reps. Tip of advice though, know how heavy the equipment is at each gym you use, because when I went to the gym at home, turns out the bar was 70 or 75 pounds, and I put 35s on each side. It took me a while to figure that out though. I was wondering why it was so hard for me to do at home. Instead, I put like 20s on each side, 15s on each side, and we're good. And then chop and pulls, I sit in a half kneeling position, tie a resistance band to a metal post, and then with the outside knee up, bring the band to my chest, and then out, and then back to my chest, and then down, and I do that 10 times. And then I do that in 3 sets, and so I just alternate back and forth between the 2. We finished our workout. You may have seen throughout this video that I kind of cheat myself sometimes. Like, I won't come all the way down for a rep. For those deadlifts I just did, those were really light, but I was too lazy to put heavier weights on it. Don't cheat yourself, guys. Like, just remember, working out is making you better. It's making you stronger. I am glad that you were able to see my workout routine. What do you guys do to work out? I'm curious. Let me know down below. Do you go to the gym? Do you work out at home? I do a little bit of both, so hopefully there was something in here for everybody that you could all learn from. Again, my workout isn't the most intense. It's definitely something that everyone can do. So you guys should definitely try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you learned something, and we will see you next time.